I'm going to be joining at 2 collabs today. This is normally just one, but I'm going to join 2 today. Let me tell you about them. First off, today is Tea Tuesday. I am drinking my coffee. I've already had my cup with my collagen and my protein in it. So now this is another cup. I love my coffee. First collab is hashtag Tea Tuesday. This is hosted by Patty at Life with Patty. You can go over and check and see what she posts today and what everyone else in this awesome collaboration posts. You'll see the picture behind me. Patty did that. She made those. She made me one and all the other girls that was at a meetup that we recently had. I just made a hanger for it. I can't tell you how good it is, and I'm hoping it is a good one. Let me show you. I took this twine that I had, and then I took this thick tape. I put the one that I put a piece down. I measured it, make sure it was halfway across. Put this there. Put this, made a little knot. Put this there, and then put another piece over it. We'll see if that holds it. It seems like it might be pretty good. The second collab, this will be a brand new one for me. I have never joined in this one, but I thought I would today because I've been doing some coloring. It's hosted by Rosemary at You Rock Arts. I'll write it down correct on the screen and down in the comments also, so you can go follow her. She is a wonderful artist. And you notice the rock, she does play music, so that's also good. Awesome. So I am going to start off with my color and create. This was color and create. I've been coloring often, but every so often, and I thought I'd show you. Don't want to say create, but I did put it together. Let me show you the create part first. This is a little box. This came in, I think I already glued it shut. What did I do that for? Oh, maybe. This come in, oh, I see, I taped it right here. This was one of the little books that I got at the thrift store. Let me show you. Oh, just recently at our meetup, Kim at Kim's Inspired Life, she gave us some of these little boxes, and they were so neat. The ones I have don't have the little sleeve in it. I got at a thrift store, and it had boxes in it that you could make. And I'm just going to pull one of these out, perforated in this, I think I'm pronouncing that right. You could take a piece of paper and do this very same thing if you did not have a book like this. Now here it is. See, it has all the little lines to fold it just right. I paid 99 cents for this book, and actually probably got it on a clearance price cheaper than that. But this is the way this box, not the hair, went. Okay, so that's my create. I'll show you 3. Was hashtag color and create with us rock art. Sure. I did this one in color. Color crayon. I got this book off of Temu. And this one, the hardest part for me is deciding what to color it. And I used the alcohol markers for this one. And my next one was color crayon also. And here is my third one, and that's all I will show you today. I have some more of them, but I do want to do this other part in here. And if you like one part of my video and not the other, you're welcome to skip ahead. I'd love you to stay for both of them. Near the end of our President series, we don't have any more of the wives in the book that I'm doing. If you will recall, last week we did Bill Clinton. This week we are on our 43rd president, George W. Bush. I just realized that Bill Clinton and George W. Bush was born in the same year. Clinton was born 2 months after George W. Bush. That's news to me. George W. Bush was born July 6, 1946 in Connecticut, and he served 2 terms, 2001 to 2009, and his vice president was Richard Cheney. George W. Bush was one of the closest presidential elections in American history. It took more than a month of recounting votes and reviewing procedures for the Supreme Court to decide that Bush had actually won. As president, Bush wanted to improve education for all children. He encouraged Americans to volunteer in any way that they could help their neighbors. The biggest and most tragic event of Bush's presidency happened during his first year. On September 11, 2001, terrorists attacked the United States. Bush signed the Patriot Act, which gave the government and law enforcement more power to fight terrorism. The U.S. also went to war in Afghanistan and Iraq to fight terrorism. Here is a little picture, and this one says, before he was president, Bush was part owner of the Texas Rangers baseball team. And then this one is, did you know? This one sometimes surprises me. George W. Bush was the first son of a president to be elected president himself. Since John Quincy Adams, way back in 1824, Bush's grandfather was senator from Connecticut, and his brother was the governor of Florida. From the Dollar Tree, this little book. Okay, we have already been through when he was born, and the first lady was Laura Welch Bush. Now, I don't have their stories now because it's not in the book. The book was published before this time. Not even his closest friends would have predicted that the fun-loving Dubia, as some playfully called him, would grow up to be president. George W. spent much of his time in George H. W. shadow, his father's, attending the same school, training to be a fighter pilot, and trying his hand at Texas oil business. In 1994, after earning his MBA from Harvard, founding an energy company, and buying a share in the Texas Rangers baseball team, he was elected governor of Texas. During his 5 years in office, he engineered the biggest tax cut in the state's history. In 2000, presidential election was one for the history books. It was too close to count for 35 days. Okay, we went 8 months after the inauguration. Al-Qaeda's terrorists hijacked the 4 passenger planes flying into the World Trade Center, known as 9/11, that we always remember. Bush declared war in 2003 without the UN's approval. Saddam fell quickly, and President proclaimed, "Mission accomplished." No weapons were ever found, Violence continued, and American casualties as of 2008 topped 4,000. Gathering measures. The critics railed against what they perceived to be a persistent abuse of executive power, pointing to illegal, warrantless wiretapping attempts to circumvent the Geneva Convention. Bush made his mark on the Supreme Court, tilting the body rightward with the appointment of John Roberts and Samuel Alito. Bipartisan school reform, the No Child Left Behind Act received mixed grades, and his crusade to privatize Social Security fell flat. As Bush's second term concluded, there was a significant decrease in violence in Iraq due to partly the 2007 troop surge. With the meltdown of the subprime mortgage industry, a jaw-dropping spike in the price of oil, and the economy reeling toward recession. Bush left office with one of the lowest approval ratings in the history of modern presidency. There you go. We are almost finished with our series on the presidents. We have, let's see, we have 2 more in this series. Let's see if we have 2 more in this one. We have this one. We have 3 more in the little book. A little newer update. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. You are welcome to go over and back to my playlist and check all these presidents. There's something interesting about every one of them and their wives. And when I finish this series, I plan to go back to the wives that I did not originally, because I got my book in midstream from Carol at Crinkle Path. You can go check her channel out too. There's so many great channels out there. Thank you for joining us. Check Patty's channel out. Check Rosemary You Rock Art channel out. And I'll see you tomorrow on hashtag Budget Meals Under $5. I got to go make something. I'll look forward to seeing you. And God bless you. Don't forget, Jesus loves you.